All right, let's talk about conquering digital distraction. We're going to break down how you can use a minimalist approach to tech to make your week more focused, more productive, and honestly, a whole lot less stressful.
So let me start with a question that might hit a little too close to home for a lot of us, especially on a Monday. What's the very first thing you reach for when you wake up?
If it's your phone, you are definitely not alone. But that habit of instantly jumping into social media or checking notifications, it means our brains get flooded with stuff that doesn't matter, and we start the day already on the back foot, totally in reactive mode. And that's the real kicker, right? That constant digital check-in just shatters our attention before the workday has even really started. It completely drains our mental energy, and it makes the beginning of the week feel like this huge uphill battle.
See, the problem isn't just the work itself. It's how we manage, or let's be honest, don't manage our attention around it. A cluttered digital world, just like a cluttered desk, creates this constant low-grade stress that you might not even notice. But what if there's a better way? A way to use technology as the amazing tool it's supposed to be without letting it run our lives? Well, this is exactly where the whole idea of digital minimalism comes into play.
And let's get one thing straight. This is not about throwing your phone in a river. Not at all. It's about being deliberate. It's about taking back control and making sure your devices are working for your goals, not the other way around.
And this really gets to the heart of it. When you consciously cut out all that digital noise, the endless scrolling, the pointless notifications, you create the mental space you need for deep focus, for clear thinking, and for doing work that actually matters. So, how do we actually do this? Okay, let's get practical. Here are some super simple steps you can start using today to build a more minimalist digital life.
We're going to start with 3 really powerful habits. First, just give yourself 30 minutes in the morning before you check social media. This lets you start your day with your priorities, not some algorithms. Second, go into your settings and turn off all non-essential notifications. Be ruthless. And third, instead of checking your phone all the time, just schedule specific times to do it. It's such a simple thing, but it is so powerful. Just taking a few seconds to silence that digital noise lets you reclaim hours of focused, uninterrupted time. It's a game changer. All right, step 4 is all about creating a calmer digital space. Just like tidying your room, organizing your phone's home screen and your computer's desktop reduces that visual stress. Keep only the absolute essentials on your main screen and tuck the rest away in folders. Okay, step 5 is about actively defending your attention. Your phone has a focus mode or do not disturb. Use it. Use it when you really need to concentrate. And for step 6, be way more selective about what you consume. Unfollow accounts, unsubscribe from newsletters that don't actually add any real value to your life. And finally, step 7. Look, minimalism isn't just about how you start your day. It's also about how you end it. When your workday is done, do a digital shutdown. Log off from work apps, close the email. This creates a clear boundary that lets your brain truly rest and recharge. So, you do all this. What's the result? Let's talk about how these changes actually build a better work experience and a healthier life. What's the real payoff from making these small but super consistent changes?
Well, the benefits are huge. You'll find you have a much clearer mind, which makes it easier to set your priorities. You'll feel way less stressed from that constant fire hose of information. And by creating those boundaries, you'll get a much better work-life balance, which leads to a calmer week and, honestly, just better overall well-being.
And to wrap things up, let's look at a kind of cool final thought from our source. It seems this whole idea of decluttering and finding our focus, it goes way beyond just our digital lives. It kind of extends into how we see our personal direction too. So, interestingly, the source material draws this parallel to astrology, suggesting that just as we're decluttering our digital lives, this is also a time for personal self-reflection, for really understanding where we're headed in life. And this theme keeps going, highlighting introspection and how important it is to let go of what's not serving us anymore, whether that's a bad digital habit or, a deeper emotional burden. And ultimately, all of this points to a universal need that ties right back to our main topic, the importance of strengthening our foundations and actually listening to our own intuition, free from all that external noise. So as we finish up this explainer, I'll leave you with this final empowering question. Once you clear away all the digital distractions, what are you going to create with that newfound focus, that time, and that energy? The space is now yours.